But Iran, yeah, I'm sure they'll probably be bombarding
They
Bahrain
said,
here.
but no, it's they're saying that yeah, they've attacked. Coming from more sources. Do you think they'll escalate or de-escalate? I would guess they will
I think
de-escalate.
they'll,
They've all
they'll
made the
de-escalate. Hey,
agree.
I mean, okay, you've got this is essentially a fight in the stripper VIP room, right? At your favorite men's club.
Where do you get
And the
those?
strippers just want their money. Okay. And they're going to de escalate here. I think, however, will Trump de escalate? He seems to be in love with this, but I'm sorry. He has pushed, I straight up, he has pushed the United States now an additional week towards economic disaster. Remember, he said 4 weeks. Well, the first week was them signing the MOU. We are into the second week. And these attacks will keep the Strait of Hormuz closed. Yes, 40 ships got out today. 70 ships got out yesterday. 50 ships got out the day before. 31 ships got out the day before. It should have been 1,500 ships should have left with oil. And we can't seem to maintain 300 ships a day. The global, the economic, collapse is imminent. And they said by 4th of July weekend. Well, that's next week. Let's give it 2 or 3 more extra weeks as tanks run dry. But Trump is not thinking. He was desperate a week ago. Where's his desperation today? He can't stand the idea. Pete Hegseth comes in there and goes, you can't let them get away with attacking a ship while we're there. You know what? Iranian's going to start making a boatload more demands, but I suspect they won't attack anything. And if they do, it'll be small.
I agree on that one. But one of my guests made a very interesting point. I think it was yesterday. They said that the Iranians will probably be looking at the price of oil. They're like, "Fuck! Did we just give them too much breathing room?" Because now Trump, with the oil being below $70, tells Trump, "Hey, shit, I might have more room now to attack because the markets seem really calm."
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The giant global swimming pool of oil is coming down to the last suction pipe. Right? We produce X amount of oil in the world, right? But that oil, 20% of it is never getting into the giant swimming pool. So it doesn't matter how much America, Venezuela, Argentina, or not Argentina, Canada, Russia, everybody produces, Nigeria, the amount is going down, and there are refineries and that are going to have to go offline in August and September if the global shipping pipeline cannot sustain the oil they had before, right? It's just mind-boggling. Trump came to Jesus or came, to a realization at the G7 summit where he finally told the truth. If we don't get this moving in 4 weeks, we will face economic collapse. Well, if you keep shooting missiles in the Strait of Hormuz at every little Iranian tit for tat, no ships are moving through. He lives in a fantasy world, Mario, where he believes the Strait of Hormuz is wide open. J.D. Vance said that the other day. Strait of Hormuz is completely open. There is no interference on either side. We're like, what world are you living in? 31 ships moved that day, 20 out, and they all went through the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps channel, and 11 in, and a few of them went through the southern thing. They are living in an alternate reality where they make up the belief that once Donald Trump says it, the entire global oil pipeline is open. It's not. It's still closed. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be closed. Whoever can escape is going to escape, but it's going to be ships that are not carrying oil.
Fingers crossed. By the way, there's more reports as we wrap up. There's more reports coming out that the IRGC did attack U.S. military positions. So the report I read earlier seems true, but I haven't seen any OSINT reports or anything of this attack. Anything on your screen?
Nope. Nope. And that's because you're right. Social media team. The social media team is ahead of themselves. It's a U.S. Army in a region in response to attack. That's Kuwait. That's Camp Bueling, Kuwait. And you can almost see the missileers, right? The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps missileers are going, hey, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. I haven't launched yet. And these guys are like, we attacked. Or we mentioned this a few weeks ago, too. These could be deliberate warnings to get your Patriot batteries ready. Missiles are coming. And they're just like, oh, here they come. Takes 5-6 minutes, for those missiles to fly across the Persian Gulf. So we'll see about that. But I know it will not be Gulf wide. It'll be Camp Bueling, right? The U.S. Army base in Kuwait, Ali El Salam Air Base. And if they really want to be flexible, Ahmed Jabbar Air Base. But it won't be anything else. Maybe one shot at Bahrain just for fun, because those pictures look good when they blow up at an empty base, right?
Unless the Emiratis piss them off and they decide to strike the Emirates.
No,
which I
they're not
find
going to hit the
unlikely, but you
Emirates.
don't know.
Not
Yeah, I
going to
don't
hit the
think so
Emirates.
either.
Too
Malcolm.
strong. All right, you go to bed and wake up at 6 a.m. to get an update.
I gotta wait for the fireworks, Malcolm. I gotta wait for the fireworks.
Well,
man, thank you so much.
Take care, man. We'll see you soon.
Take care. All right, guys, I'll be live in 15 minutes with Larry Johnson to continue the conversation on Iran's retaliation against the US. I don't know if they've attacked yet. So as Malcolm just said, me and Malcolm were talking about the social media team might have put out that statement before the attack actually happened. And so we might see the attack in the next hour or so. Maybe it was a small attack, no one spotted, or maybe they didn't even attack. We'll see. So we'll talk to Larry Johnson about this, as well as the risks of a civil war in Lebanon, a deal that Hezbollah is not happy with. That's a really complex matter. I'll see you guys in 15.